Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new social study lesson. Please get your book, Our Place in the World, and let's start. We are in lesson 3, chapter 5. What kind of job do people do? In a previous lesson, we learned that farmers grow much of our food on a farm, and then our food travels to us by trucks, train, airplane, or ships. And we also learned that we buy the food at farmer markets or grocery store and other stores. We also learn about trading, and people can trade items with each other, either by paying money or just taking something else on other hand. All right, today's lesson, we're going to learn about people that do work and what they do. So people do any work and what kind of work they do. So if we look in a picture, we see a woman. She feeds animals, take care of an animal probably, and she might be working in a zoo. I can tell because I see her uniform and I see the penguin. So this is animal that you find in a zoo, not in a shelter like dogs or cats. All right, so let's start. In your book, please, page 224. Jobs. Most people have jobs. This is how people earn money. At a job, people are paid for their work. They trade work for money. There are many kinds of jobs. Workers do things that help others. An office worker may help people solve problems. A factory worker makes goods that people use. A scientist works in a lab to discover new things. So we see here an office workers use computer at their jobs and probably helping people to answer questions or to show them something they need. All right. Let's see what we have. Read the title. What do you think is this text will be about? Jobs. I'm going to learn about different jobs and if it's easy or hard or how people do their jobs. Circle the words that you don't know. So any word you feel that it's new for you, you can circle it. Underline clues that tell you why people have jobs. We know people need to earn money. This is how people earn money. That's why they need to have a job. What kind of jobs people can do? And we have lots of examples. So can people work in a factory, an office, scientists, and others. So let's find more jobs over here. There are other kinds of jobs too. People work as teachers and farmers. So this is more examples, you can put it there. They work as cooks and doctors. Some people take care of places or animals. A park ranger takes care of a park. A zookeeper looks after animals. Those sound like fun jobs. People make money at their job. They use money to buy things they want to or need. Jobs are an important part of our world. So in order to live and buy what you need or have extra money to buy something that might enjoy having it later, you need to work. So when you work, we earn money. Crossing guards have the job of keeping children safe. All right, so let's see the activity we have in our book. Fact and opinion. A fact is a statement that it's true all the time, no matter who is reading it or saying it. So it's a fact. An opinion is what a person thinks or believes. Opinions can be different or for different people. So each of us could have a different opinion or a different point of view or different ideas about certain object. But when it's a fact, it's a statement that we all know it's true and we all has to accept it. So if you're reading about it or you're saying it, it's true. So let's see fact. Our chart here shows us a column where it says fact and a column where it says opinion. So a fact, people use money to get goods. This is true. If you want to buy something, you have to pay for it. So this is a fact. An opinion, jobs are an important part of our world. Could be an opinion. People like to do certain jobs in a different way. All right. So we need to write more facts and opinion. So for what we read, when we read our passage, we talked about different jobs like teachers, farmers. We also learn about people who take care of park, like park ranger or zookeeper that looks after animals. So this is all fact jobs that exist. So I can write facts that I know that a zookeeper looks after animals. So we can use this as an example. A zookeeper looks after animals. And we saw that in our example. So this is a fact. Opinion, as it was written. Those sounds like fun job. Maybe this is my opinion, but you could agree or disagree. So let's say those jobs sound like fun. And as we say, this is an opinion, so we could agree together or disagree. So that's the difference between fact and opinion. Again, fact is a statement that it's true all the time. So no matter if you're reading about it or you saying it or someone's telling you, it's a fact. An opinion is just your point of view, your personal belief, or your idea about this. And of course, you can agree or disagree. All right, here we have more about fact and opinion. So we're gonna read in our research companion and get more facts and more opinion. So let's see the facts we have and opinion about it. So one of the facts, firefighters are always ready to protect people. This is really fact. An opinion, we'll see. You could say this is a challenging job. This is a hard job. This is a job I would like to do. This is a job that I don't see myself doing it. So that would be your opinion. All right. A second, we're looking for the fact and we have here the opinion. The opinion is volunteers are very important. So the fact has to be related. So the fact is about volunteers, that volunteers do jobs for free, and that's what we call volunteer. Like when you go to the library, there are people there willing to help you do your work or explain things to you, and you don't pay them. So that's a volunteer work that they don't get paid for. Opinion, as we say, you might agree or disagree. You might think volunteers are very important, or you might think that volunteers sometimes are important. Of course, it's up to you, but I do agree that volunteers are very important. All right, now we have here also Jacob Lawrence was a painter that we're gonna read about, so that's a fact. And then we're gonna see our opinion about this. So let's go now. To our research companion and read the passage that we have. And that will help us to go back to page 227 and answer and fill the gaps in facts and opinion. All right, what kind of jobs do people do? The work we do. Most people work at jobs. There are special doctors who work with animals. They are called veterinarians or vets. Vets can care for pets, farm animals, and zoo animals. So the veterinarians or vets, the doctors that take care of all kinds of animals, either pets or farm animals or zoo animals. And as we see here, a vet cares for a cat. Then and now, things that happened long ago and things that are happening now. So how work has changed. People worked in factories long ago. People work in factories today. Factories have changed. So people still working in factories, but look at the two picture we have. This is a factory worker from long ago. You can see the machine is kind of old and that she has to do lots by pulling or pushing or moving things. But Look at the second picture. This is a factory worker today. As you see, everything's with the machines, and she just probably, you know, once in a while fix something or touch something to make sure it's done right. But in old days, as you see the factory, the workers do a lot when use their body parts. All right, life at the firehouse. This is kind of a job that people might think it's challenging, it's good, I like to do it, or might think, oh, I'm scared, I'm not that strong. We'll see. Anna wrote a letter to Mr. Martinez, a local firefighter. She asked him about his job. Dear Anna, thank you for your letter. I would be happy to tell you about being a firefighter. So Anna sent a letter, asked about firefighters. She wants to know what firefighters do, so she can probably decide if she would like to be a firefighter. Is it hard? Is it something she can see herself doing it? So Mr. Martinez said, Dear Anna, thank you for your letter. I will be happy to tell you about being a firefighter. You know that some firefighters stay at the firehouse. It's fun to live at the firehouse. We stay all day and all night. We need to be ready to help with a fire. A fire can happen in the day. It can happen in the night. Firefighters are always ready to help. And that's true. When fire happen anytime. So firefighters should be always and have to be always ready. And they are always ready. One job at a firehouse is to take care of the trucks. So the trucks that one of the tools or one of the most important equipment that they have to make sure that everything is done right. Sometimes firefighters have dogs called Dalmatians. And as you see in the pictures here. We take care of our equipment. We clean the trucks. We fix things that get broken. We also practice fighting fires. There is another important part about being a firefighter. We talk to people about fire safety, and that's another way to help and provide service to people that tell them what they should do, how to stay safe if anything happens. Fire safety means how to stay safe in a fire and how to keep fires from happening. We talk to kids and adults about fire safety. Come visit us at the firehouse if you want to learn more. Your friend, Mr. Martinez. And we see here firefighters talks to people about their jobs. So they explain, probably children ask questions about their uniforms, what's special about their helmets, about the trucks, about any equipments and tools that they use, about the dogs that they help them to fight fires. So this is what question about the job. Right. Let's go for volunteer. Remember, in order to be a good citizen, we need to do things for our communities. And sometimes you need to volunteer to just provide service to your community. So let's see, we volunteer. Sometimes people work for free. These people are called volunteers. Volunteers do jobs because they think the jobs are important. So they don't care about getting paid. They want to make things happen. So they, for example, clean the parks or clean the beach or help for recycle or help in, as I said, in the library to provide service for others. They don't take money for their work. Anyone can volunteer to do an important job. Children can help pick up trash at the park. Children help clean up the park. And as we see here. All right. Another volunteers can do something different. Sometimes volunteers help others. A volunteer may help put books away at the library. Volunteers can help people with learning. They can help people with yard work, like people that they don't have time or they can't do it because their bodies and they can't do yard work. So people go and volunteer, clean their backyards or so. Volunteers can help animals too. Some volunteers walk dogs, others work at the zoo. There are many kinds of jobs for volunteers. Anyone can be a volunteer. Volunteers are very important. You can be a volunteer too. So we see here some volunteers walk dogs from and animal shelters. So they don't get paid for that job, but they help the shelters by taking the animals for a walk. Let's learn about biography for Jacob Lawrence. Jacob Lawrence was a painter. He lived many years ago. He started painting when he was young. Painting was his job. He painted about African American life. His paintings use many bright colors. Jacob Lawrence liked to watch workers make buildings when he was a boy. He painted pictures that showed them doing their jobs. He showed what their jobs were like. He showed what their lives were like. His paintings are very interesting, and that's primary source for as a picture for Jacob Lawrence when he was a young man. Jacob Lawrence also painted pictures of other kinds of jobs. His work helps us understand people who lived many years ago. His work can also help us understand people today. And in their words, Jacob Lawrence, I'm interested in everything which goes on around me. And that's what Jacob Lawrence said. And you see some part of his painting that's in the back there. Okay, let's go back to our book and answer the question that we have. All right, we're still talking about facts and about opinion. So let's see. We have the fact that firefighters are always ready to protect people. This is a fact. Opinion. I can say that being a firefighter is hard work. Hard work. All right. Over here, we have an opinion. Volunteers are very important. So we can say volunteers do jobs for free. So this is a fact that we learn about, that volunteers do jobs for free. And we saw examples we have when you can take the dogs for a walk from a shelter, or do other yard work, or also clean up parks and help with the recycling. All right, fact, Jacob Lawrence was a painter. And then opinion, that his paintings are very interesting. All right, so this is facts and this is opinion, that we get this information from our research companion, that the one we just read. All right, so let's go for next page. Page 228 and 229. So see what we have. All right. List 3 places where people can work. Remember, we could work in an office, firehouse, zoo, school, all these places. So you can put down. So let's write here. You can work in an office, you can work in firehouse, you can work in a zoo, as a zookeeper, or firefighters, or clerk in office that help people. All right. Let's see next page, page 229. Why do people work? Choose one job and list 3 reasons why someone would work at this job. So you can choose any job that you like to talk about, and list why people like to do that job. List 3 reasons. So you can, for example, talk about zookeeper that take care of animals, take care of, look after animals. Also, it's fun jobs. You can talk about scientists that they work in lab, they discover new things, they help people to get better. So I'm gonna leave this for you. You choose a job and 3 reasons why you think this job is important or why you think someone would like to do that job. All right, or you can talk about teacher or a doctor or any kind of job that you know that you have three reasons that you can share over here. All right, that's it for today's first graders. Thank you. Hello, first graders. Welcome to a new social study lesson. We're still in chapter 5, and today's lesson 4, how has work changed? In a previous lesson, we learned about different jobs, and people can have different jobs to earn money and to help others. Today, we're going to learn about how work different from past to working today, and we will learn how work has changed. So as you look in this picture, we can tell this photo something that happened long ago, and people working in field, and people are using probably small tools or less tools that we have nowadays, machinery that can do this job, and they're farmers in a field. So let's. Okay, farming and then and now. Long ago, most of the people in the United States lived on farms. They produced their own food. They grew or raised it on their land. Farmers did work by hand or with horse-drawn equipment or tools. They worked hard. They worked every day. Today, most farms produce food for others to eat. Farmers use machines instead of horses. This equipment is faster. Farmers can grow more crops. They can raise more animals. One thing is the same about farming long ago and today, that farm families work hard. So regardless if you have machine or you on old days or machine like nowadays, they still agree that farming is hard work. So as you see in this picture, we can tell that this is something happened long ago. And we see horses, and we know that horses are slower than new machines that farmers have now. We also know that people use computers, lawn mowers, and all other equipments and tools that make life easy. All right, look at the title. What do you think this text will be about? Comparing farming long ago and now. Underline words that tell how farmers did their work long ago. So we know long ago farmers did work by hand or with horse-drawn equipment. So we have here, farmers did work by hand or with horse-drawn equipment or tools. So we're gonna underline this part. All right, circle words that you don't understand or it's new for you. So you can circle the words that you think. Okay, and this is the part that you will underline. Let's see. A combine machine helps to gather wheat on a farm today. So this is a machine that people use nowadays, can do fast work and help to have more crops. Over there in the old days, as you see, animals, and of course, no, they cannot do as much as machine can do. All right, let's go to page 234 and see what we have. Explore, make connections. Making connections means using text and pictures together. They both show clues that can tell you about an important ideas. And we saw that in the previous page that this is a comparing and a make connection of things happened long ago and farming nowadays. The tool and the equipment, what people use long ago and what people use nowadays for farming. All right, so over here, we need to complete the graphic organizer. We have text details that you take it from the text, so it's written for you that you copy it. And then we have picture clues that you look at the picture and you write what you see. And then we have an idea. What do you think this picture do, or what do you think it's text add? So let's see what we have. Text details, farmers long ago used horses, farmers today use machine, and we read this in our text. Let's go to the pictures and compare now the picture because we need to put clues from the pictures. We can see the old pictures here shows horses and a plow, and the picture today shows a big machine. So horses versus machine. And now here the idea is that farming has changed in some ways. People still work hard in farms, but machines make work easy and faster. All right. So let's write down here. Details from the text. We see that farmers long ago used horses, farmers today use machines. And from the picture, I can see that the old pictures shows horses and plow. But that today picture shows a big machine. Okay, an idea, farming has changed in some way. All right, let's go to page 235 and see what we have. Again, we have information in our graphic organizer and we need to write down. So text details, we're gonna get details from the text. In the past, workers use equipment like, and we're gonna put down to get jobs done. And we're gonna see picture clues, so workers today use, and we're gonna get this information by seeing our pictures. And ideas, today's machines and computers make work. We're gonna see what do we think and what's our idea about this. All right, so let's go to our research companion book and read the text that we have that will help us to answer the question. All right, how has work changed? Work in the past. Work was different in the past than it's today. Long ago, people did not drive cars. They drove wagons pulled by horses or oxen. They needed wheels for their wagons. People had jobs to make the wheels. Other people fixed the wheels. These people are called wheelwrights. People with jobs like farming needed tools. A blacksmith was a worker who made tools out of metal. A blacksmith made and fixed goods like horses, nails, and hammers. And we see this is picture that show wagons and horse long ago. Over here, wheelwrights worked with wood and metal to make strong wheels. Over here, blacksmith heated iron until it was soft enough to shape it into something else they want. So this is all things that happen in the past, work in the past. Let's see what we have now. Work today. Work has changed over time. Many people have jobs that did not exist long ago. They fix cars and airplanes. They use computers to store and share information. Computers also help workers learn new things quickly. And we see here a dentist use a computer to look at a picture of teeth. When you do an X-ray, scientists learn about how to help sick people in a lab. And here machines work to make sure a car is safe to drive. So work today, then and now, community workers. So we compare works long ago and work today. We're gonna compare also community work long ago and now, then and now. Some jobs that were important long ago are still important today. Nurses and doctors help when we are sick or hurt. Police officers keep us safe. So as you see here, these are nurses and doctors in a hospital long ago. They're still helping people to feel better. Over here, these are nurses and doctors in a hospital today, still helping us to feel better. Over here, this is a police officer from 1949, tells children where to play safe. So they advise children to play safely somewhere. Over here, police officer helps keep people safe today. So jobs that for the community happened long ago and then and now, but it's still the same and still provide the same service, our safety and our healthy life. Children's work. Long ago, some children in the United States had to work. They worked hard to help earn money for their families. They did not have time for school. Today, it's against law for children in the United States to work. Children must go to school. So as we see, children worked in factories long ago to earn money to help their families. But nowadays, it's against the law for children to work. They need to go to school, learn, and enjoy their childhood. Many children still do chores at homes. They can also help adults with some jobs, like cleaning or growing food in a garden. Children and adults can work together. They can make their home or community better. So although children don't work in factories like what happened long ago, but they still can help around, do light chores at home, help parents with shopping list, empty grocery, or recycle, as we see in this picture. This family works together to recycle what they use. So as we see, children still do light chores that it's safe to do around by helping adults or helping their family. Okay, let's go back to our book and see what we have on page 235. All right, text details. In the past, workers used equipment like we saw wagons and tools made of woods and metal. So let's write this down. Wagon and tools that made of wood and metal. And that's when we see a blacksmith that working and melting metal to shape it for other tools. Okay, from the picture, we saw that workers today use very good computers and different machines to get the jobs done. And we saw that when we read about scientists or when we read about office or computers or cars that mechanics fix. So worker today's, from the picture, I can say that workers today use computers and machines to get job done. Okay, so that's what we get, the clues that we get it from the pictures. Now idea, today's machines and computer make work, of course, faster and easier. So this is idea or opinion. Okay. Let's see, next activity. In your book, page 236. When I grow up, I would like to. So think about a job you might like to have when you grow up. What is one way this job might have been different in the past? So you might think of a job, I don't know, a doctor, a teacher, a police officer, that in the past was different than what you think will happen now. All right. So have fun and use your imagination. Choose a job you learned about. Write a dialogue between two characters that have that job. One character had the job in the past and one had the job today. Have your characters tell each other how they work and what it's like to do that job. So it's like pretty much looking for a job that happened long ago and happening now. So you can, for example, pretend that a child worked in a factory long ago to earn money, and it was hard, it wasn't easy, and of course, you didn't get a chance to go to school. But now we go to school, and our jobs that we do, which help chores around home, help adults and help our parents, are different. So you can say, now you recycle, for example, or now you tidy up your room, or you put the dishes in the dishwasher. So comparing between something that happened long ago and something that happened, or job that's happening now. And you can always go back to the video and pause and see, for example, the part you would like to write about, and see then and now. All right, that's it for today's first graders. Thank you.